Hi, and welcome to the latest Zone 33 Public Image Team's Top PI video, a quick tip video, short and sweet to help you with your public image efforts. Today, we're going to walk through how you create a club or district logo that is compliant based on Rotary's brand standards. That can be done through the Rotary Brand Center, which is new and exciting and easy to use. So let's get started. When you go to the Brand Center, which is brandcenter.rotary.org, you'll see here there's this new blue bar asking, what would you like to do today? And when you click the down arrow, you'll see the first thing here is to create a club logo. This also can be used to help create other things like district logos or other partnership logos, which we'll also walk through. So as that's getting started there, it's going to come up to this logo systems area, and it's going to ask you, are you creating an Interact logo, a Rotaract logo, lockups, which has a little bit more information, or are you just shooting for the standard logo, which is what we're going to do here. But before we get started, I want to point you to this other thing here, this gray box. It says you might be interested in your logos at a glance or brand guidelines about logos. If you click on your logos at a glance, you'll see this document, which is extremely helpful. And it shows how you can use your club name above or below the Rotary master brand. There's also a simplified version for when that's applicable. You can see examples here of things that go above and below, zones and districts and clubs. And you can see here what Rotaract looks like and just the spacing around a logo that's important. You can also see that you can do all the reverse options, which we'll show in a little bit. So this is your full color, but you also have the white and gold. You have the all white. There's a few other versions as well available that we'll talk through. The lockups that I was mentioning earlier that we will click on, these are just a few examples. And so again, this little overview is very, very helpful in just understanding what in general your logo should look like. So let's get back to the templates. Today, we're going to go in here and create a mock club logo. As you see, when you click in here, you're going to see these options. So today we're going to do a Rotary logo, and you're going to hit create when that little pop-up comes in here. And it's going to populate our logo builder, if you will. So over here on the left, you're going to have two options for the logo type, a handful of color options, your alignment, which is either above or below, and then you're going to have the text you're going to insert. What the regular means is it's talking about the mark of excellence. You can see here when we choose the simplified, it goes to the simplified logo. Again, in the brand center and in our brand guidelines, there are specific reasons why you should use the simplified logo. But today, since in most cases you use the regular, we're going to stick with the regular. Next up is your color. Like I mentioned, a good designer loves all the versions of color you can have, but this is the standard with the blue and then the gold mark of excellence. That's considered the full color. There's always a good opportunity to have an all white, especially if you're going to be imposing that on something that has a darker background. But there's also an all black, an all blue, and then the white and gold, which just turns the blue text into white and it keeps the mark of excellence gold. So we're going to stick with the full color just so it's very easy to see for our example today. And we're going to say, actually, we're going to use above just for example. So what you do here is you go in and you type your club name, and we're going to use my club today as Carroll Creek. So you can see we could be Carroll Creek Rotary with it above. We could change it to below and retype it here. Okay. A lot of clubs still want to do club of, so you can do that. And what it's doing is it's auto-populating it exactly how the brand guidelines want it to be populated. So you type the text below, that's where you're typing whatever you need it to be. If it's a district, again, you can type in, my district is 7620. That can populate there. Again, we're in zone 33, populates, and all you have to do is change above or below and retype what you'd like to see in there. And you can just decide which version you like, okay? So let's say we like the below zone 33 is what we want to go ahead and use today. What you're going to do is you're going to go to this download file option, and you can choose the format you'd like to download it. I typically say once you create it once, download it in all the options and just store it. That way you don't have to come back in here and build it every time. So the PNG, this is going to be extremely helpful if you choose any of the white logo versions, so either the all white or the white with the gold mark of excellence. But to be honest, having a transparent background is just easier. It gives you more flexibility. So I definitely recommend downloading the PNG for all. And if you're ever sending something to a printer, typically they're going to want an EPS file. And you can notice there's no EPS option in here. The PDF is an EPS file, so that's what you're going to want to select. So I recommend downloading the PNG and the PDF file. So let's go ahead and just download the PDF as an example here. It'll take a moment, then it'll populate down in my downloads. And there you are. Now we have that version. We can go back and say I'd also like the PNG version. Click that. It will also populate. Give it a moment here. There it is. And you can see there's no white background. So you could put this on really any color background you'd like. Again, making sure that it shines through. If not, using a different color is definitely a nice option. Okay, and just to kind of give you an idea of what the other versions look like, we can quickly change this, just say it's all black. And you can see it converts everything for you, and you can download those versions as well. So let's go back and do a few more things here. So brand center, we're gonna do create a club logo. Let's say you have a project and you want to create one of the lockups. So you can go to logo lockups. And like I said before, that basically means there's something on the other side of the mark of excellence that you'd like to do. And you can see there's one for action groups and Rotary fellowships. There's one for like a club project, Rotaract project, and Interact project. So let's click the Rotary one again. Create. They give you more guidance about lockups in case you need it. And you're going to see the builder is extremely similar. So regular, full color, below. I'm going to say Carroll Creek again here as an example. And then the add text or logo, this is for that right side. So for me, I'm going to use text. And we recently had a school supply distribution event that we served 1,500 kids, backpacks for Bright Futures. And so we could have come in here and created this logo that was specific for that project, okay? You can see depending on the amount of text you have, you can make the font a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. And again, if you didn't want to have text, you wanted to instead upload a logo, you can do that through this as well. So come here, we're gonna download the PNG. It's gonna create that for me. And just like all the other versions, you can make this whatever color you need based on the options here. And ta-da, we have our lockup for backpacks and Bright Futures. So I hope this little overview in the new Brand Center shows you how to make a brand compliant, super simple, straightforward, and beautiful Rotary logo, whether that's for your club, your district, a Rotaract logo, an Interact logo, or some partnership that you're doing in the community. Keep up the great work. Thank you.